go. Let's open this email. Dear Tim, congratulations. We have accepted your paper for publication. Yes. All right, let's see what else this email says. Just so you know, Tim, our journal is one of 33,000 peer-reviewed English language journals in the world. So whether anyone reads your paper, or really even finds your paper, is up to you. Good luck. 33,000 journals? How is anyone supposed to find my paper? Oh, no problem. I forgot. I have my trusty communications toolkit right here. This will help me spread the word about my paper, and everyone will soon know about it. Wait a second, this feels kind of light. Oh no, it's empty. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to make sure this was filled before my paper was published. Don't let that happen to you. Don't wait until it's too late to communicate. Hi, I'm Timmy Kuga, your ASIMS Media and Communications Officer. For those of you who don't already know, I'm not a mathematician, statistician, or a scientist. My background is TV news, and I worked in busy, loud newsroom environments for some 25 years. Being here on the 8th floor has really been a bit...
Sorry, Tim, can you keep the noise down? We've had some complaints.
Sorry about that. I'm told the life of a researcher can be very quiet and lonely sometimes. You're spending countless hours reading, researching, writing, coding. You may be trying to complete a PhD and probably trying to get a paper published. That's great. That's what you should be doing. But I'm guessing in this quiet environment, communicating your research may not seem like a big deal.
Elevator is going down.
But in this environment, it does matter. There are 50,000 students here at QUT. 10,000 are HDR or postgraduate. You can imagine a lot of them are also trying to get papers published. Then think about this. Think about all the different universities around the world. That's a lot of people publishing papers. We're talking an estimated 3 million papers published a year. That's why it's so important to build your own communications toolkit. I'll show you how to do that in just a few moments, but first, let's look at some ASIMS communications success stories over the past 12 months.
Virtual Reef Diver taps into the power of citizen science for the Great Barrier Reef.
ASIMS researchers are the driving force behind the Virtual Reef Diver project, just picked as a finalist for the 2019 Eureka Award for Innovation in Citizen Science. ABC Science also selected the project as its Citizen Science project for National Science Week 2018. ASIMS created the videos for both of these honors, and these videos have been viewed thousands of times. ASIMS researchers continue to distinguish themselves, receiving top honors from major science, maths, and statistical organizations, as well as being honored at top conferences around the world. These accomplishments are getting the attention they deserve because of ASIMS and its digital platforms. ASIMS created and launched a podcast series in late 2018 and early 2019. We've explored fascinating maths and stats research, profiled important people who played significant roles in the mathematical sciences over the years, and we've tackled important issues like gender equity in STEM. Season 2 is scheduled to launch later this year. Finally, ASIMS helped lead the push to recognize women in maths across Australia as part of the first worldwide Women in Maths Day events in May. ASIMS was involved with 9 separate events around the country. We featured women in maths in a special video, and we currently host a Spotlight on Women in Maths page on the ASIMS website. These are just a few of the success stories being told by ASIMS. What story do you want to tell? That brings us back to you and your communications toolkit. What should you fill it with? Let's start. How about, what does your ASIMS profile page look like? Why do I ask? The number one reason people go to the ASIMS website is to look at someone's profile. The numbers, our analytics are very clear on this. Take a few moments from time to time to update your page. Make sure it has the latest research, conferences, and a good picture. There really is no easier place to have a great profile page than with ASIMS, and this is something you can easily share with people. Number 2, do you have a LinkedIn profile? Did you know if someone searches your name on the internet, often the first thing that comes up is a LinkedIn profile? Also, did you know 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn to find talent, often looking there before placing an ad? This is a great place to build your professional profile. Let's move on now to social media, specifically Twitter. Let's put that in the toolkit. Now, some researchers are using Twitter very well to build their profiles and share ideas and research. To me, Twitter, think of it as like a continuous online conference where you can interact with researchers from around the world. If done properly, and really not with a lot of effort, you can build your own online audience so that when you do want to publicize something, you have a lot of people to share it with. About to publish a paper? Make sure you write a research brief for the ASIMS website. This gives you a dedicated web page for your research paper where you can explain your research and also provide any relevant links. Do you want to improve how you communicate your research? Already this year, I've worked with other centers of excellence to host 2 communications workshops with more planned later this year. After my latest workshop, I received an email from one of the PhD students who attended, saying she used something she learned shortly after at a conference, and her supervisor noticed and was impressed. These workshops deal with how to pitch your research, developing key messages, and even working with the media. These are skills you want to have in your toolkit so that you're ready to share your research at a conference or maybe even someone you run into. Here's one that often gets forgotten. How about this? 3-minute thesis. Have you thought about doing a 3-minute thesis competition? This is a great way to focus your research message and to communicate it to a broader audience outside your research area. Yeah, here's one. Most of you are already doing this, and that's good. We're talking about presenting at conferences and workshops. What I really want to challenge you, though, as part of your toolkit, is to really think about audience in these situations. Who's the particular audience at that conference? And make sure you focus your key messages right at that audience. Here's one that's popped up in the last year, and it's really exciting. The ASIMS podcast, The Random Sample. Is this something you're interested in doing? If so, please let me know. How about writing for the conversation? In the past 12 months, we've had 7 stories in the conversation. ASIMS authors have written about politics, sports, pop culture, and even our latest research. And how about this? Video. Your own SciComm videos. Of course, you won't need to wear a ridiculous headset like this. My point is this: there are a lot of different ways to communicate your research. Start trying some of these things, and don't wait to do it.